WNY, watercooler.com.
When you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. I never understood.
Hey, who the fuck are you? Huh? Who the fuck are you?
Away we go. And away we go. Away we go. Away we go. We go. And away we go. Away. Clap your hands.
Yo, is there any chance you can pause this? I'm pretty sure Mallory's about to throw up everywhere.
All right.
Hang on. I gotta get her out of the car and like.
Clap your hands. But it won't do nothing. Clap your hands. Clap your money. Clap your hands. But it don't seem like it. Clap your hands. Are you up to something? Clap your hands. Where's my milk and honey?
Welcome back. Welcome back. WNYWaterCooler.com podcast. Look for us on iTunes, Droid, wherever you get podcasts, or Twitter, or whatever. We got Coast on the line.
What's up, Steve?
Wow, Pizza Boy. That guy, Peterman, I don't even think Grubhub would hire him at this point.
his 3 passer ratings in the game, I think I saw this right. The 3 games that he played that weren't Blizzards, that Chargers game last year was his highest passer rating.
Wow, that's
Out of the Jags, the drive against Jacksonville, I think his passer rating was like a 9. The Jags game was like a 16, or the Chargers game was like a 16 or something, and then it was a 0.0. How do you get a 0.0? Like,
you start in like the 30s. You start with like a minimum of like 30 if you do nothing.
yeah, it's like when you get points for like just writing your name on a test.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how you get, like, wow. I mean, in my opinion, the only move they have is to cut him. They can't possibly put him on the field again. If there's a veteran out there, which there is, we know there is, that is obviously better than him, then they got to bring that person in and cut Peterman. But McDermott has too much of, like, a soft spot for service.
I don't understand what he has on him. He has to have, like, maybe they're like lovers or something, like literal, actual, like, lovers. They both have that fake religious bullshit shtick. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, it's so strange. He's so awful.
McDermott, like, he drafted him. It was his draft pick. The guy, like, he honestly lit it up in the preseason. He was like, he completed like 80% of his passes, threw like 400 yards. Like, he lit it up. And if he plays like that in practice, it's just preseason. Like, if he's playing like that in practice, like in the preseason, I can see like why they gave him a shot. But the guy clearly can't. Something between his ears when the games count. Just unbelievably bad.
Yeah, it's called someone game planning around him. He looks different. I mean, in the preseason, he completed all his passes, but he wasn't like overly. He didn't impress me. It's way different in preseason, or maybe he must look in practice and preseason versus the game. He just looked so tentative. He looked scared to throw the ball, and like everything got in his head.
He was terrified.
Yeah,
He looked terrified. His whole strength is, he makes quick decisions concerning the ball. The opposite was I know our receivers are probably covered a lot of times, but he looked so indecisive and just nervous, and like his ball, he just doesn't have the arm. He can't make all the NFL throws. And starting him in the first place after you drafted a guy in the top 10, and a lot to draft this guy, starting a 5th rounder, second year guy, was just a colossal mistake. And this decision, I can't defend it. I still don't have a problem with the benching of Taylor, even though it obviously didn't work. But starting a 5th round nobody over a blue chip talent when your team, I just can't get past that.
This whole debacle, it brings up so many more questions. I mean, I wrote about this earlier this week, but it just now you have to question Bean, you have to question McDermott. You have to question why we got rid of A.J. McCarron and why we're so enamored, so blind, love-struck with the pizza boy that we had to get rid of McCarron. I mean, 5th round pick, yeah, okay, that's. But so, what's your plan when we know that Peterman is either going to get hurt or he's going to shit his pants on TV? And so, what's the backup that you put in Josh Allen? You're forced to put in Josh Allen because there's no one else on the roster. Yeah, we brought in a guy, we didn't sign anyone else, and we got rid of McCarron. So, can we even trust this coach and GM anymore?
No, I'm close. I'm pretty close to saying no to that question. I don't think you can trust McDermott when it comes to any evaluation of the quarterback position. I think that's disproven. Which has to make you a little nervous about Josh Allen, but
a little. I hated it the whole time. I mean, we'll see, but
yeah, the McCarron trade, colossal mistake. Like, he's a veteran that has been in the league, 5 years now, 5th year. He's actually played in games and not been a disaster. And if you're starting a rookie, having a guy like that as your backup, makes sense. Not a nobody like Peterman. McDermott, as far as I'm concerned, is firmly on the hot seat. If we keep getting blown out week after week, I don't know. But he's not getting fired during the season, but he went from being, everyone loved him to really being needing to watch out because if this
it can steamroll it. I mean, this could quick. If we do get blown out, the next 3 games are they're the 3. I can't imagine there's another team that has a harder schedule. The next 3 games, we could easily get blown out in all those. And then, if we get blown out 5 or 6 games in the first half of the season, everyone's going to turn on him. It's going to be an amazing 180 in basically no time at all. But we have to question everything at this point. What was the point of getting rid of McCarron so quickly? We couldn't have really just carried him for a few extra weeks until some quarterback gets hurt. There's already a couple quarterbacks that are banged up. We've been cutting the 53rd person on our roster 3 or 4 times since the original cut down. We had to get the round pick at that time. That was McCarron's pinnacle of his value.
Yeah, I guess that they were enamored by that 5th round offer and thought that was worth it. But now you look at it and it's holy shit! What did we do? Peterman, they have to release him. They got to just get him. Do you think there's a single guy in that locker room that respects Nathan Peterman as a football player?
There can't be. These guys, they've been playing football their whole life. I can't picture anyone that's watched a quarterback start 2 games out of 3. It's incredible. The players, the fans. Everyone. He's a joke of the league. He's a joke of all sports. You cannot.
Yeah. He's the joke of the league, and he's the trivia quiz answer. He's gonna be remembered, and it's not for good things, obviously. And I don't know. You just need to go into this season with a better plan, and they apparently just did not think. They must have thought last year's Chargers game was just an aberration, and they, for some reason, had so much confidence that he was going to be a serviceable guy, and to not get a single first down in the entire first half.
And we're watching this Bengals right now against the Ravens. They scored 21 points in the first 16 minutes of the game.
Exactly.
The Ravens were never that good.
I still think the Ravens suck.
It was a confluence of factors. They got a couple of penalties, and then they were up 14-0 almost in no time, and then there was the rain. Those are excuses. Peterman was horrible, but it was another awful situation from the start, admittedly. But cutting him, he shouldn't be on the team right now.
There was a lot of penalties. There was terrible defense, that 2nd and 26 where Gaines. I honestly think that 2nd and 26 coverage by Gaines was the worst defensive NFL play I've ever seen. I don't even know what he was doing. He's just running around out there completely lost. The guy's just wide open.
That's another question we have. If we put Gaines out there, he was making boners on special teams too. He looked horrible. You're telling me Vontae Davis is that bad? And we've known Vontae Davis was that bad since May. I mean, in May and June, and then all of August and July or whatever it was. And we should do something else about corner.
How much are we paying Vontae Davis?
It was like with incentives. I think it's like 5, but he's guaranteed like 3, I think. But it's more likely 5.
I just feel like we rushed to sign Ivory, and we're paying those guys. We're paying Ivory what, $3 million, and he's not even our. Like, why did we do that? I didn't like the Ivory move from the get-go. Like, it just seemed like, I don't know. Like, I had all this trust built up in Bean, and he starts doing these weird things, and I guess it was really starting with that Ivory signing. Like, the
Ivory thing, I don't give a shit about. It's 1.5% of our cap. I mean, it's a dumb signing. It seems pretty illogical, but I mean, it shows that he doesn't really understand what the
thing that like kind of these little things start like adding up, like trading McCarron and Ivory signing. He played 7 snaps, and we're paying him whatever. And it's just like these little things are starting to kind of add up and not in Bean's favor. And I don't know. I mean, Allen can just cure everything, though.
Well, luckily for them, he can. I mean, it's going to be a tough game Sunday, but I mean, he could go out there and be adequate. I mean, if we can actually do something. I watched the Rams game a few days ago. Like, they do these jet sweeps, they do different plays. Goff's not some world beater. He's an average quarterback. I mean, they have amazing weapons, but you're telling me that, and Corey Coleman, back to the previous point, but we got to do something else than just these off tackle to McCoy. We don't do anything. I don't know. I mean, we had no plays. I mean, I kept saying it all game last time. I mean, nothing's happening, but we'd only had every time it was first and 15, second and 12. So I mean, maybe we don't know what the offense really was supposed to be, but
the only thing you can really hope for is that they were like, "Wow, game's over. Let's just get to the whistle here."
I mean, by halftime, yeah.
We were running on 2nd and 10. Like, every single time, we're down by 40. I'm like, what are we doing? Let the kid throw.
Okay, yeah, you say that, but we also we threw it on first down 3 out of 4 times in the first quarter, and we had
in the second half when Allen was Allen to me has never not looked at least competent. Like, yeah, his completion percentage isn't great, but he had at least a few drops on good passes again on Sunday.
Yeah, there were 2. Yeah, there was a touch. It should have been a touchdown if Fat Idiot could catch instead of worrying about Zay Jones' mom.
But Benjamin's I mean, I don't know what's going on with him.
He had a horrible game.
Comments about they're like, oh, do you feel like you have a good grasp on the offense? Yeah, I'm the number 1, right? Like, what does it even mean? It's not what I'm asking. I don't know. It's just what is going on? It's all of a sudden things are seeming dysfunctional.
Yeah, it happened quick too. I mean, it's one game, but the problem is his schedule is just so daunting.
Yeah. I mean, you basically got to steal one Sunday, and it would be a crazy turnaround to win. I mean, what is it, 7.5 right now, or 8?
7.5, but the money's coming in on Buffalo. But
yeah, I mean, when was the last time we were that big of underdogs at home? Maybe if you don't include New England games.
Outside of New England, that's probably never, or at least recently, last 5 years.
Even New England, I feel like the New England line's usually I don't know if it's ever. I don't remember being that. I don't know, but
I think there could be. I mean, everyone. There's always an example in Week 1 where something crazy shit happened. I mean, it was in the rain on the road in a first game for our offensive coordinator. I mean,
away from you real quick. It got away from you real quick. You're right. I'm not the Bills aren't going to do. There's a chance that they're. It's Week 1. Get used to it. It's just. I mean, it was just crazy how bad it was.
Yeah, the penalties. I mean, you can't have penalties on every. No way you're going to win. Explosive, a couple of long balls that were. I mean, they got him to work, but it seemed kind of a little key. But we just got. I mean, it just was. That was one of the worst games I watched.
What percentage of
We had 10 accepted penalties, I think, in the first half.
Right, and we probably ran. I don't even know if plays or anything. It just seems like their play is a flag, and it just like ruins the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just there's like no flow. It's like every game I win, it's just like flag, everything. It's like it's so frustrating. But anyways, man, the holding penalties, the illegal procedures. I think we had a personal foul on a lineman, Dawkins maybe. Like, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, when he was getting choked by the guy, and then he pushes him. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I just don't see any possible way that Pagula fires McDermott, and they're not going to get rid of Bean either. So something has to. I mean, this game better not be a joke. I mean, it's Anthony Lynn. I mean, obviously Rivers is good, and they have good receivers, but I mean, West Coast coming to East Coast, the crowd's going to be fired up for Allen. Go out there, just chuck the ball down the damn field.
Yeah, just make some plays early, get some like confidence. And, I really do think like as bad as the game was, I think our defense is still going to be like pretty good. I thought Edmonds I don't know. I mean, we talked about this a lot last year. When you're on the field the entire game, like we made some bad plays on D in the first half. There's no question. But when you're on the field, when your offense can't get a first down, and you're on the field every 25 or 30 minutes in the first half or whatever it was, like it's just human nature to be like F this, like this is, and just kind of lose a little bit of focus. Like,
yeah, no, I agree,
it's just
definitely.
over.
I mean, it sounds like we're making excuses, but it's definitely true. You're in the rain, and you've been on the field for 12 out of 15 minutes of the first quarter, and it looks like they have zero chance of doing anything on offense.
Exactly.
It's like, well, it just you lose focus at least. I mean, you may not quit, but you lose focus. You don't.
Yeah, you just lose a little bit. Like you're not into the game because the game's over.
Yeah, once it was 20
it.
to nothing, it was just like, what?
Yeah.
We're not going to score 20 points.
Exactly. So I think if we can just, do some stuff early and keep it a game. Our team's pretty good. I think they're going to definitely. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much that game last year matters, but they probably want some revenge. They got absolutely embarrassed.
And they got embarrassed last week. This team should be motivated. I mean, if they come out flat again, regardless of what Allen does, I mean, back-to-back weeks, that could be. I'm not predicting that, but I just think that the Chargers are too good. But
yeah, I feel like San Diego's or LA is overrated every year. Like it's like Baltimore kind of like, oh, this year the Chargers are in the West. They're always like 8-8, 9-7.
They've lost 9 straight. Chargers have lost 9 straight to the Chiefs. How's that even possible?
Yeah, I know. We beat the Chiefs last year.
That's a weird thing that they've lost 9 straight to them.
Yeah, I think it's winnable. I really do. I mean, last year we had 3 games in a row? Was it where we got we got killed by the Jets, killed by the Saints, and then killed by the Chargers. Right, that was 3 consecutive games. Kind of like similar games to last week, and then we came out and I can't remember who we played after the Chargers, but we ended up winning a couple games. Like, I don't know. It's the NFL. Sunday should be competitive.
I think the crowd's going to be into it. I think everyone's going to be pumped to see Josh Allen. They just better come out and have him just fucking gun the ball down the field, run a jet sweep to Curley, get McCoy more than 1 rushing attempt in the first 3 drives. That actually counts.
Yeah. Give McCoy the ball some creative ways. Not just like you said before, like a counter up the middle or whatever we do, off tackle, whatever we do, But the problem is we have no Curley, I guess, has some. I don't even know if he's that fast. Who do we have that's a weapon, a wide receiver that we can run some sort of fancy type plays to? I feel like every receiver we have is just slow. Is Foster our fastest guy?
Yeah, I mean Foster, Ray. I don't even know if Ray's fast. He just sounds like he's fast. If your name's Ray, I feel like you have to be fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, last year we lost the Jets 34-21. That was a Thursday night game. Then we come home and we lose to the Saints by 37, and then that was the Chargers game where we lost by 30. And then we went at Chiefs where everyone just said, I wonder what that Chiefs line was. I feel like it was 8.5.
It was 8, yeah, I remember that. It was 8 or 9, yeah.
And then we beat them 16-10.
Yeah, so you really never know, week to week. what's going to happen. And that Jets game was 34-21, but it was like, pretty sure it was like 34-7, and then like we scored a couple garbage time touchdowns. In the Saints game, we were losing. What was the final of that game?
54-24. Yeah, 54-24, and it was not that close. I remember that. I was just like,
we were losing like 46-3 at one point, and then Peterman got like a garbage time TD or something.
Yeah, I just remember like
the Saints game we're talking.
Yeah, Saints. Kamara and Ingram, or what's his name? The suspended guy. They just like destroyed us.
They both had 100 yards, I think.
Yeah, yeah. That was the first time like we gave up 100 yards to two different rushers in like who knows how long.
Yeah.
Marking.
So I don't know. We've shown we can kind of bounce back from tough games, but like I don't know. We'll see. It's a tall task. At least Bosa's out. That helps. I mean, he like tormented us last year, so.
Yeah, I mean that game just zapped all my energy. I mean, I got a little jolt once they said that Allen was going to play because they had no other option. I wouldn't have been surprised if they said, yeah, we're going to a game with just one quarterback on the roster. And yeah, McDermott, like he's not getting along with the media. I just can't picture him getting fired, but it could. I just see it snowballing, and shit happens in Buffalo where once we turn on you, and WGR every day, all day hammers the same fucking topics, other than like the fat guy that works for them. It just, I don't know. I mean, I can't picture it, but shit could get bad quick.
He's got to change his way with these press conferences. They're just a disgrace.
Yeah, I was listening after the game, and he watched the tape. He said it at least 6 times. We were joking that we were going to do a shot after every time he said it, and he kept saying it. We were like, I had to drive home. Like, I can't keep doing this.
It's like insulting to the people listening. Like, we watch the game. You don't need to watch the tape to give us, like, an opinion. How did Peterman play? Oh, I got to watch the tape. Like, what are you talking about? You have to watch tape. Is it like, is being able to tell if a quarterback played good, like, so over our heads that we can't, like, watch the game and just know? Like, I mean, give me a break. And then his explanation for starting Allen, oh, it's just the right thing for our team right now. Not saying anything else, just the right thing for our team. That's all he would say. It's like
he can't say anything bad about the pizza boy. He must like deliver his dinner to him every single night, and he doesn't want him to spit in his food or something. That's the only thing I can fucking think of.
It makes no sense. It's just like he's got like this little snarky, this like little attitude. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like I don't know. It's just like I know what I'm doing. You just have to listen and trust me. Whatever. Like okay, that works until you decide to start Nathan Peterman, who goes 5 of 20 for like 20 yards and a pick 6 and 2 interceptions, whatever it was. Like, no, we're not just going to trust you anymore.
I love how you turned on him in like you turned on him when we announced that Peterman was going to be the starter week 1.
When we announced Peterman was going to be the starter week 1, that was a game changer for me. I just felt that there was a indefensible decision.
Well, I'm going to have to look through I think I have some screenshots of you saying he's a top 5 coach, which...
Before that, maybe. Peterman, like, okay, there's a few things. 2 things.
He shouldn't be evaluating quarterbacks at the bottom line.
Yeah, like, one, like, the argument about how, like, you want your, like, if you draft a rookie, you want him to sit and learn and all this stuff, because you don't want him to, like, get ruined. That is such baloney. Like, that's like just the biggest crock of shit ever. Like, if you're gonna be a good player, like if you want to compare it to David Carr, maybe David Carr just sucked. Like he played for Houston. I mean, I know Allen played for Wyoming, but like it's not like David Carr was like this blue chip prospect. He got sacked like 70 times. And you want to say that that's why he sucked, or he just was never good? Like I believe that he was just never going to be good.
Well, the reason I wanted Allen to sit is because I don't think that he is ready, but seemingly they fucked this whole thing up. I mean, if they did, it's just so depressing because it's just back to where we've been. But I don't think that's going to be the case because he's shown some glimmers, but we just don't have the talent for him to complete passes that aren't perfectly thrown.
No, and if you want him to sit and learn, that's fine. If you have like a veteran that's like good to sit and learn behind, like, is he really going to learn behind Nathan Peterman?
Oh, he's not going to learn anything.
He's going to watch the game and never see Nathan Peterman, like, make a good play and then be like, how am I supposed to learn, like, what I'm supposed to do? in certain situations watching this guy.
Well, it was interesting. Shady this week. He said we got to catch those balls that are they might not be perfectly thrown. We got to catch them for him. Give him some confidence. Like he knows. Shady. He's pretty smart. He knows what he's saying typically, and that was. I mean that's exactly it. He's going to throw it in the vicinity. Get your paws on it and catch it, and that's what we're going to have to do. The team's going to have to do that for him to succeed at first.
I hope he was taking a shot at Benjamin when he said that.
I hope that Benjamin gets benched. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have anyone else to replace him, except for maybe Kroom. But Kroom's going to be our offense, I feel like, moving forward.
Yeah, he might be. Benjamin dropped, like, the only decent pass Peterman made all game. That, like, back shoulder, like, 20-yard pass to the sideline. Benjamin got it ripped out of his hand by someone that's, like, half his size. And then the touchdown he dropped. Like, Benjamin needs to majorly step his game up.
I feel bad for whoever pays him at the end of this year, because that's going to be hilarious. He's going to gain another 50 pounds and be like a guard.
He's not going to get paid if he has 400 yards receiving season. And he's slow. And he needs to have a big year. And I don't know. Allen will throw it to him, I think. It's just a matter of whether or not, we'll see.
If Corey Coleman starts this Sunday for the Patriots, or plays this Sunday and, like, does something good, I might kill Bean.
That's another, like, why, like, what was the point in even cutting him? Like, you traded it for him, whatever, you gave up a 7. Like, nothing, really. But he's been on your team for 2 weeks, and you knew what you were trading for. I feel like if you wanted to take a chance on the guy, you had to, like, kind of work with him. Like, you knew what you were getting. You knew this is a guy that's having some issues, like, maybe, work with him a little bit. If you go, now that we cut him, and he signs with New England, if he goes to New England and is, like, productive, it's gonna be another, like, terrible look for Big Bean.
With Coleman, I mean, he played his whole career with the Browns, and then he gets traded to where? Like, Buffalo? Like, who's their quarterback? Like, he goes from one of the worst teams to one of the worst franchises, both terrible quarterback situations. Of course he's going to be like, well, if they're not going to give me some leeway here, fuck it, I'll just have them cut me and I can go wherever the fuck I want. But, I mean, maybe the guy just doesn't get it. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to give the Patriots the benefit of the doubt. I like just because Brady can make any receiver look good. That's more of what I think it is, but...
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't give the Patriots any credit. I don't give Bill Belichick any credit. Like, maybe some, but Brady, that whole run of success is because of Tom Brady, not Bill Belichick, in my opinion.
Okay,
they went 11-5,
whatever.
Brady got hurt. But without Brady, they weren't going to...
Whatever. So we had to keep Ray McLeod and Foster. Like, those guys were such hot commodities that we had to keep them over Coleman. I mean, we'll see. What's your prediction for this game? And where are you sitting? How much sunblock are you going to wear?
I think the Chargers are going to win 31-20. I think Allen's going to, do okay. But I think we're just... I don't know. I just don't have confidence. I'm sitting on my couch.
Well, now, but in Saturday night when you pull into the RV lot.
RV lot, yeah, right. What's your prediction?
27-21 loss. I think we're going to cover. I feel like we're not good enough to win because the coach. I don't know. I'm just down on the whole program right now. I kind of agree with you. The defense still could be really good, but I don't know. The Chargers are just right now. I don't know. It's not a bad matchup.
Real quick before we go, the defense, it could have been a different game if Shaq Lawson doesn't drop that pick. And we had a few other bounce balls that could have gone our way. They just didn't go our way. But you get a couple of those takeaways. It's a different game.
Yeah, the muff punt. How does no one get that? Swatted back in.
No idea.
I still think he did get it. And there was another play that we didn't review that. Why didn't we review that? And then there was something else I mean, we lost 47-3 or whatever the fucking score was.
Yeah, I mean, we got our asses kicked, but it was
there are certain plays like in the game tonight. It's not over yet, but the second drive, Bengals intercept Flacco right away. They go down. First pass was almost an interception by the Ravens. Instead, what? Bengals score. It was 21-0. I don't know what it is right now, but it's just one play like that, and then it just goes downhill, especially on the road. We got to get in Bill Riviera's grill. His 9 kids will be on the sidelines, praying. We got to get at him.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, he won't be, but All right, well, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, later.
Bills like Buffalo.
Go fuck yourself.
Shit, I'm all about the bills like Thurman Thomas. I don't tip, I pay bills. Bitches call me Buffalo.
Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Watch out for your cornhole, bud.
Okay, Lawrence.
Yes.